Atleti earlier in the day, defeating Mallorca by 2-0, meaning that just 1 point separates the two Madrid sides at the top of the table.
The Madrid Derby is here, and it's a match that electrifies not only Spain, but the entire footballing world.
We shouldn't forget, Real Madrid are sitting at the top of the league, but at no stage in the course of this season have we been sitting here talking about how great they are. It's been all over, it's been up and down and good and bad and average and whatever. And so when you're like that, you don't think clearly. You don't play clearly.
This Sunday's showdown is about more than just bragging rights. It's about more than the usual intensity and drama that these two teams always bring. This match could very well shape the course of La Liga's title race. And with just a few weeks left in the season, every point is vital. On top of that, Real Madrid's European ambitions loom large, with a blockbuster Champions League tie against Manchester City just around the corner.
Been struggling really in terms of their play. The longer the game goes on, the more everybody is taking it on board to try and do it on their own, which is what happens. It's when you're coasting and you're getting results and you're playing good football, things come naturally, certainly a lot more natural, and you definitely think clearer on the field. But when you know, even though you're sat top of the league, you've not been at your best, that calmness and confidence isn't there.
Real Madrid has had an up and down season, one that has left fans both thrilled and frustrated in equal measure. Despite sitting at the top of the La Liga table, the club has been unable to pull away from their fierce city rivals, Atletico Madrid, who have been breathing down their necks for months. While Real Madrid has shown flashes of brilliance, especially in attack, their defense has been a constant source of concern. Injuries have plagued key players throughout the season, and even though Carlo Ancelotti has worked his usual magic to get the team competing on all fronts, cracks are starting to show. The most recent loss to Espanyol, a 1-0 defeat, was a harsh reminder of the vulnerabilities still present in this squad, especially in defense. That result was a wake-up call, adding pressure to the already high-stakes derby against Atletico Madrid.
And for the supporters, I think they are now out of the relegation spot, and you could see the intensity. Real Madrid never matched the intensity of the team. They frustrated all the players. I wanna make a mention to Vinicius Jr. that today, even though that he couldn't have the best game, but his approach to the game, his behavior on the game, he was actually very good. So hopefully we see a lot more often this. But we were expecting a better Real Madrid. They never get the way of finding the creativity and the chances up front.
The absence of several key defensive players only adds to the challenge. Real Madrid will be without Eder Militão, David Alaba, Antonio Rudiger, and Dani Carvajal for the derby. The injuries to these seasoned defenders have left Ancelotti with a thinner defensive lineup, and against a team like Atletico, who is known for its counter-attacking prowess, this could be a major concern. Atletico's attack, led by Antoine Griezmann, is quick and lethal, and without his full defensive unit, Ancelotti's options are limited. The pressure will be on the less experienced defenders to step up to the plate and handle Atletico's relentless pressure.
What are in terms of the game at the weekend, who are we expecting back for Real Madrid in a defensive aspect?
Oof.
Well, it's going to be very difficult, but they don't have much. There's going to be Asensio and Tchouaméni because the rest of the players are injured. So I'm expecting them to play both at the back. There is not many more options. Rudiger is injured. Alaba just got another thigh injury. So there is not many places where you can choose. So I guess it's going to be Tchouaméni and Asensio.
Carvajal, Militao, of course, dealing with those long-term injuries.
On the other side, Atletico Madrid is riding high. Diego Simeone's team has been on an absolute tear lately, winning 19 of their last 21 matches. This is the Atletico Madrid we've come to know and fear. Disciplined in defense, ruthless on the counter, and with a few match-winning players in attack who can turn a game in a matter of moments. Their recent 5-0 demolition of Getafe in the Copa del Rey not only showed off their attacking firepower, but also emphasized the solidity of their defense. Atletico has conceded the fewest goals in La Liga this season, and with players like Jose Maria Giménez and Mario Hermoso at the back, they're difficult to break down. If Real Madrid is to have any hope of getting past Atletico's well-drilled defense, they will need to be at their very best.
No, there is a totally different game. There's a totally different team, the one we're going to see against Atletico de Madrid. Of course, Atletico de Madrid is a fantastic form, but so it is Real Madrid. I have no doubt that it's very difficult to call that game, even though that Real Madrid has struggled today, but the team, the defense is going to be a totally different one. And Atletico de Madrid, exactly the same. They arrived to a derby like this one. And it doesn't matter how you arrive, it's like El Clásico. You never know what is going to happen during the game. So it's going to be a difficult game to call, but I'm sure that we are going to enjoy a fantastic game.
However, Atletico Madrid's defense will be tested because Real Madrid is not a team to sit back and defend. They like to dominate possession and control the tempo of the game, with Luka Modric and Fede Valverde often pulling the strings in midfield, making sure that the game flows in Real's favor. Modric's vision and passing range are central to how Real Madrid plays, and against Atletico, his ability to dictate the game could be the difference between victory and defeat. Players like Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo will be crucial in stretching the Atletico defense, making runs in behind and offering a direct threat on goal. Moreover, Mbappe is in form now, and his presence is expected to be pivotal. With the stakes so high, this is set to be a tactical chess match, a battle of wits between Ancelotti and Simeone. Real Madrid will likely look to control possession, probing Atletico's defense for weaknesses, while Atletico will sit deeper and invite pressure, looking to hit Real Madrid on the counter. Griezmann's vision will be central to Atletico's counter-attacking strategy. The Frenchman has been in exceptional form this season, rediscovering the kind of performances that once made him one of Europe's best. Atletico's pace on the break could cause problems for Real Madrid's defense, especially considering the absences they have. The tactical setup will be fascinating to watch, as both managers will aim to impose their will on the game, knowing that the outcome will have huge implications on the title race. As if the Madrid Derby wasn't enough of a spectacle, Real Madrid has another enormous challenge on the horizon, their Champions League knockout tie against Manchester City. If you thought the stakes couldn't get any higher, think again. The two clubs, with their rich histories and immense talent, have become familiar rivals in recent seasons. Their encounters have been anything but easy, with the previous year's quarterfinal ending in a dramatic penalty shootout that saw Real Madrid edge past City. This year, the stakes are even higher. Despite their recent struggles, including a humbling 5-1 loss to Arsenal that raised concerns about their form, City remains a potent force under Pep Guardiola. Their attacking depth, led by the likes of Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne, continues to strike fear into opponents. But with key player Rodri recovering from a knee injury, City's chances could be affected. On the other side, Ancelotti's Real Madrid is never one to be written off in the Champions League. With their experience in high-pressure European nights, Madrid's tactical discipline and poise make them formidable opponents. As the two clubs prepare for the first leg at the Etihad Stadium on the 12th of February, all eyes will be on how these two giants of European football will collide once again, both seeking to assert their dominance in a competition where history is often written in the most thrilling of ways.
Well, yeah, it looks like a derby already. 4 years in a row facing Madrid. So, well, Madrid, Bayern Madrid, both was really tough, and yeah, hopefully we can arrive in the moment that first leg here and the game 1 week later in Madrid, so as best as possible.
The idea of balancing La Liga and the Champions League has always been a tricky proposition for clubs, and for Real Madrid this season is no different. The Madrid Derby is an absolutely crucial match, not just for the La Liga standings, but for the momentum it will give either side heading into the final stretch of the season. A victory for Real Madrid would put them in a commanding position in the title race, while a loss could hand Atletico Madrid the upper hand in their quest for a first league title since 2014. There's no room for error, no room for complacency. Every player will need to be at their very best, and Ancelotti will have to use his managerial experience to make sure that his team is firing on all cylinders. Real Madrid fans are no strangers to pressure. They know what it means to be in the hunt for titles and to compete at the very highest level. But for many, it's the European stage that they truly live for. The club has built its legacy on success in the Champions League, and to win it again this season would be a testament to the continued greatness of this historic club. A win in the Derby would only further fuel the belief that Real Madrid can achieve another triumph in Europe, adding another chapter to their storied legacy. As the weekend approaches, the excitement in Madrid is palpable. The Santiago Bernabeu will be packed with fans, both Real Madrid and Atletico supporters, each hoping that their team can come out on top in this momentous clash. The atmosphere will be electric, with both teams knowing that this match could very well define the course of the season. For Real Madrid, the road to the La Liga title is not yet sealed, and for Atletico Madrid, this is a golden opportunity to close the gap and maybe even leapfrog their rivals to the top of the table. So what are your thoughts about this? Do let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.